A nurse at Darlington Memorial Hospital has told an employment tribunal she was left sobbing and shaking after being forced to share a changing room with a transgender colleague. Karen Danson, 46, said she suffered a panic attack when she realized she was alone in the female staff changing room with nurse Rose Henderson, who was standing behind her wearing boxer shorts. Karen Danson told the tribunal she was repeatedly asked by Henderson 3 times, "Are you getting changed yet? Are you getting changed?" leaving her frozen with fear. She said the encounter left her feeling unsafe in her own workplace. The tribunal also heard that Rose, who was allowed to use the female changing rooms, was at the same time trying to impregnate their girlfriend. The revelation came during a high-profile case that sparked fresh debate over gender identity, women's safety, and workplace equality. Rose, who identifies as a woman, was granted access to the female staff changing room after joining the hospital in 2019. 7 female nurses are now taking legal action against County Durham and Darlington NHS Foundation Trust, claiming sex discrimination and harassment. They argue that Rose, who was born male but identifies as female, should not have been granted access to the women's changing facilities. The case comes months after a Supreme Court ruling clarified that, under the Equality Act, the words woman and sex refers only to biological females. The group of nurses say the trust's decision to allow Henderson to share the space ignored that legal definition. After the incident, Karen Danson described shaking, sweating, and struggling to breathe as she tried to leave the room. She later said she believed there was a man in the women's changing area watching her undress. At the time of the incident, witnesses said Rose Henderson still presented with a masculine appearance, including facial hair. The tribunal in Newcastle continues this week with evidence expected from both sides.